Hi, welcome back. It has been a while. I think it's been about 2 months since I last put a video out. And obviously I've had a few questions about when they're coming back, and the plan has always been to bring them back at some point, but I just had to get something sorted, and it has been a crazy couple of months, mainly in my personal life. School has been going well. I've been enjoying it. The class has been working really hard. They've been doing really, really well, and I'm really happy with the progress they've made since we came back after lockdown. So I think that's all been really good, and my school as a whole has been so supportive. They've been so helpful, but it's been kind of on the personal side of where things have taken a bit of a shift. Things have changed quite a lot, and there's quite a lot of new things now that I'm having to balance. And so I just want to do this bit of an update about me and about where things are now, and then a kind of outlook into the last. When I'm filming this, we've got 5 more weeks. So for the last 5 weeks, what type of things are going to be happening and what I'm kind of looking forward to and what I'm thinking about over the next 5 weeks. So in terms of a life update for me, then the first thing to say is that I was very excited because on the 3rd of April, so I think around when the last video came out, maybe a few weeks before that was the last video, I can't remember. But on the 3rd of April, I finally was able to get married, and I married my wife, which has been a long time coming. We had our original wedding booked for last summer during the first lockdown. I think it was just after that, but we had it booked, couldn't do it because of obvious reasons. So it got delayed, it got moved, it got changed, it got moved again, the hotel shut down, all sorts went off. I think it was our 4th date in the end, was the 3rd of April. But we did finally get married, and I'll try and put some pictures up of kind of some things we took, but it was lovely, it was amazing, it was just what we wanted in the end. We did it on the 3rd of April, so that was when you could only have 6 people there, so it was myself and my partner. It was both our sets of parents, and that was it, and it was brilliant. There was just us there, and I couldn't have asked for a better day. So I was very, very happy to have that. And we have finally can say we are husband and wife, and obviously happy days. We are got a house, we're married, and we're looking forward. And part of that looking forward is the other thing that we also found out, which we found out I think it was just before we got married, a couple of weeks before, is that my wife is expecting a baby. So she is pregnant, which again, I'll try and get a little picture of a scan up or something. We've got the 20-week scan coming up next week when I'm filming this. So again, this is something that is massively exciting, but through all of these massive changes, and we're both so happy for the changes, and we've been looking forward to them for so long now, and now they're all finally here, but it's meant our life has kind of turned a bit upside down. That's my wife, Rachel. She is doing so well. She's doing amazing, but it has been a tough pregnancy so far. She has had all the symptoms, all the side effects, everything, and she ended up having to stay in hospital for a night at one point just because she was struggling to she was keeping so little food inside. And obviously that was a really kind of a low point for us, and we were just making sure that actually we are all right. And so that's kind of why I had to reassess my priorities. And obviously my priorities in my life are generally, I've got my family, I've got kind of my job and my work, and I've got me, and I've got my friends. And that is kind of the order. You know, my friends and me are kind of around the same, but that's the order of things where I would put stuff. And so I had to say, actually, you know what, I'm going to take a step back from this, because filming these videos and stuff, as much as I love the fact they help people, this is a hobby for me. It's something I do for fun. I enjoy it. I think it does help me professionally develop my teaching skills, and talking to people is amazing. The amount of people I've made connections with on Twitter, on Instagram, just through comments on YouTube, brilliant. But it's something that at the end of the day, it's something I can live without doing. I'm still a good teacher when I teach, whether I make these videos or not, and whether I learn from other people on YouTube or not. There's so many amazing teachers at my school and in my kind of academy that I've got those connections without this. So this was the thing that I had to say, actually, you know what, for the next couple of months, I'm going to focus on making sure that my wife is healthy, making sure that the baby is healthy, making sure that I'm healthy, because at the start, and this was something I had to learn, I had a really good chat with my head teacher, and that my school has been absolutely amazing, supported us the whole way through it. But she had to say, look, actually, you need to take some time for yourself, because I was doing everything and sorting everything and making sure everything was going well, and I wasn't looking after myself at the time. And so obviously when I don't look after myself, I'm not the best teacher I can be, and it kind of goes down from there. So I had to sit and say, look, okay, I have to take a step back from something. I cannot keep doing everything all at once. And so the videos were the thing that I said, actually, you know what? These do take a while to film, they take a while to edit, they take a while to upload, and it's a big chunk of time that I put in, and I love doing it. And as you can see, we've got some kind of balance back now where I can have a little bit of time to make these videos. But for a while they were gone. And so going over the next kind of 5 or 6 weeks up till summer and during summer, I don't know when I'm going to be releasing the videos. I'm still aiming for every Tuesday and every Friday at 5 o'clock, but obviously there might be some weeks where I don't get the time, or some weeks where we have an appointment or something like that where it doesn't happen. So just bear with me. Please keep on commenting, keep on liking, keep on subscribing if you are new to the channel. And as always, any questions or anything you want to say, just let me know, because I love talking to all of you, and it's so brilliant when I get all the comments and I get all the questions and things I can actually help people with. So thank you for that. I apologise to those of you who have commented over the last couple of months. I've not been on top of checking the comments or anything, because it was just, I kind of shut it off. I blocked the notifications from my phone, because I said, look, that's part of me that actually I can leave over there. I did check them once or twice throughout the last couple of months, but it was just when I had a kind of proper bit of time to myself. So that is a massive update on me, and it's not often I talk about me on this channel, because this is generally a teaching channel, so let me know what you think about that. But I am going to go into kind of more teaching things now, and I do think it is really important from a teaching point of view what I've just talked about, because I did have to look after myself, and to be the best teacher, the kids need me to be on top form in the classroom. And when at the start of this, when I wasn't looking after myself and my partner was ill and she was in and out of hospital a few times in the end and that kind of thing, and I kept having to dash out of the class to take her there because she couldn't get herself, then I was not on my top form in the classroom. I was not doing the best I could for the kids. And as a teacher, you feel massively guilty about that, but it was also something I had to do. I had to be there for my partner, and I wanted to be there for my partner, of course. We've now got through that, and she's doing really, really well now, and we're getting to a point where we're kind of level. We know what's going on in her life at the minute, so we're almost halfway through the pregnancy now. The baby will be due in around November time, but that's something that I have now shared with the class as well. They now know that I'll be expecting a baby, and they'll be in the year above, they'll be in year 6 by then, but obviously it's something that's quite exciting for me personally, but something I did want to share with them. So that's just something that is kind of building. Now I can use it as a tool in the classroom, and we've discussed about it and that kind of thing. We've got PSHE coming up as well, so it's something that the kids will be learning about. So it was an important kind of thing for me to share with them, but also it was important that I was able to be open with the children and say, look, this is why I haven't been here, and I do apologise for that, but I'm here now and all will be okay in the end. But yeah, I had to look at my priorities, and again, I just want to make sure that if you guys are thinking about something along these lines of having too much to do or too much on your plate, the biggest thing I can say is go and talk to someone at your school, because I am normally quite an open person. I normally talk about when I'm struggling with stuff, but this was something where it was so completely new to me. It was so completely different to anything I'd ever experienced before. And it was expected. We were hoping to have a baby, but it was something that, it does come out of the blue, and there's nothing that can prepare you for it. The same way people say there's nothing that can prepare you for actually having a child, which I'm sure I will find out in a few months. But it was something that I did not do the best at talking, and it took my head teacher, as it is, schedules in kind of twice weekly meetings with all of us where we just go and sit and talk about anything that's going up. And it took one of those meetings for me to really open up and say, look, I am trying my best, but I am struggling. And I had to kind of be honest about what that was. And that wasn't easy for me. It's never easy to say you're struggling with stuff, but it was the best thing I could have done, because she was then able to put into place various things, and she came and helped me with my classroom doing some displays. She put into place various things about if I needed to leave, then I could do that for any reason. And my school's been absolutely amazing with this. So I can't thank them enough. And if you were to say what is the kind of any advice about if you're feeling that kind of overwhelming, definitely just go and talk to someone that will support you and that will put things into place to help you. So it might be to do with the fact that you're expecting a baby. It could be to do with anything. You feel like you've got too much marking, it's taking too much work to plan at home, you're doing too much work at the weekends or in the evenings, and anything like that, then just be open and honest about it. Because I know from my experience the last few months that when I wasn't open and honest about it, and I did talk to a few people, but I wasn't quite letting on to the extent I was struggling, and I was saying, oh yeah, it's tough, but I'm managing. And when there were times when I wasn't managing at all very well, that just made it harder. It made the work I was doing harder. It made me I had a load to carry on my shoulders, because I felt like I couldn't let those people down. I couldn't let my wife down. And that was quite difficult to get through at that time. So just definitely, if you've got anything, any kind of these worries or anything, talk to someone, open up, talk to them about how you're feeling, and then hopefully from there they'll put into place some kind of actions. So as I did say at the start, I'm going to kind of also talk about what we're doing looking forward. So we're building up to the end of the year now. We've got 5 weeks of school left, which is no time at all. It's going to fly by. And this is one of my favourite half terms, because this is talking kind of a pre-COVID world, and we don't know with all the announcements of whether lockdown will end or not what's going to happen yet. But in a normal time, this time of year, this would be building up to transition for the next school year. This would be building up to the summer fairs, building up to sports day. Obviously, the weather gets a lot nicer. It's been some amazing weather over half term recently. So this is the kind of one of my favourite times of the year to be in school. So normally I would be so excited for this, and now there's a little bit of anticipation this time, because you don't quite know whether we're going to have the sports day or whether we're going to have the leaver service and how those are going to look because of the lockdown rules and everything that is in place. But we will hopefully find out soon enough what is going to be happening, and when we do, then obviously those will hopefully be really good, joyous occasions for the children, for the leavers that leave it in year 6, and it'll be a worthy reception for them as they've spent a long time at this school throughout their lives now. So it will hopefully be a really good end to the year, and I am looking forward as well to the transition, because I've had this class I've had now for 2 years and they've been absolutely amazing. But I am also ready for a new challenge and a new set of children to teach, because I've been teaching them for 2 years, and you know what, sometimes you think, actually, I'm in this for the difference every day, and I'm in the teaching to teach a new year group and see what they're like. So I'm looking forward to also having a new class, as much as I am going to miss the class I've got tremendously, because when I started teaching them that was in a world where coronavirus didn't exist, and that is, you know, it blows my mind now, because it feels like it's been around forever. So that is going to be something that is going to be different and interesting for me to see how I manage with a new class and a different set of challenges to what I've had over the last 2 years. So anyway, that is something I'm really looking forward to, and I will talk a bit more about that in future videos, about what I'm looking forward to coming up in terms of what I'm going to do in transition weeks and that kind of thing, and what you can do to prepare for it. But that was just a bit about me, so hopefully you've kind of enjoyed having a bit of a catch up. I know it's been a bit of me just kind of sat talking at the camera, but I thought it was important to let you know where I am and what is going on in the world at the minute for me, and what is going on coming up. So thank you very much if you've enjoyed this. Please don't forget, comment if you've got any questions, give it a like if you've enjoyed this, and as always, if you're new, then subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully have some more videos out soon. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll speak to you later.